But right now, of course, as I said there, we're going to head down there to the Commandant there last week there on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday there. The Bob Rock exhibition there. It was on Thursday there. And 21st of August there. And of course, the opening of the photo exhibition. And we're going to listen to Kieran McCarthy there telling us all about the background to the exhibition and how the exhibition came about. So, as I said there, take a little bit of a listen to Kieran McCarthy there talking all about the Bob Rock photo exhibition.
Okay, good evening, folks. And listen, I just want to thank everyone for coming. It's a great turnout here altogether. It's great looking around and seeing friends and family and everybody's supporting the exhibition here tonight. I'd also like to just send out a special thanks to my partner Suzanne. Where are you down there? Who we had a little production line yesterday. I mean, you might understand that all of the stuff goes down to the line or down to the wire in preparation for it. So we had a little production line in the kitchen yesterday, and we were kind of wrapped around in cellophane and pockets of things and all that. But you'll understand what it's like when you go upstairs anyway. So all that preparation went to. So thanks, you've been a star, Suzanne. Okay. I'd like to extend a thanks to Mary Lynn Foley, Mayor, for coming. She's always greatly supportive of this exhibitions here and anything to do with the Comunidina. I just have a small little personal story that I'd like to share as well, because I was of a different age growing up, and I suppose I only remember Bob Rock's shop up in the main street. And, you know, I wasn't really into photography or anything creative at the time then. I was just a young lad coming up. But I used to stop at the shop and look at his photos, and I used to be in awe of his photos, especially some of the lighthouses there, the fog in the morning, sunrise and things like that. And I was just wondering, how did anybody ever do that? And so, you know, years roll on, and I'm in different positions and different jobs and things like that. So I was contracted at one stage to produce a website for someone, and they were looking for you know, stunning shots of Youghal and all that. And the first person came to mind was Bob. So I went online and threw out that kind of thing. Bob had a very expensive website online one stage. So I looked at photos. I said, yeah, there's definitely a few in there that we would like for the website. And so I made a contact with him. Actually, I even went back into the emails today, would you believe it? It was 2013. And I just sent him an email initially. I said, look, Bob, love your photography, looking for it for the website and all that. And his response was kind of like, it was very positive, all very positive. But he couldn't understand, it was like a new media, like what does websites mean? Or, you know, it was just like a kind of a new thing for him. So, however, a few emails over and back and all that, and so it came to the day that I was to go and collect the images off him, and I said, we settled on four stunning images now of Youghal. And I don't know Teresa, his wife down here, I don't know if she remembers this, but I called to the house. I thought it was just going to be a quick kind of 5-minute in and out and done with the job like it, but it wasn't, you know. So I was welcomed into the home, sat down with Bob for the first time ever meeting him, and I tell you, it was like, it went from 10 minutes to 20 minutes. I was totally relaxed. He made me feel all at ease. He was fascinated by the job I was actually doing or undertaking. And he also said, he said, Kieran, this is the very, very first time I actually sold a digital file without it being physical, you know, or given a print to someone I liked. So it was all kind of new, and he was fascinated with it. And I do remember Tracy making cups of tea for us as well. And it lasted on for about, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. But I was actually enthralled, and he made me feel so at ease and great. I mean, I just went away from there proud with my memory stick of images and the memories of Bob at the time. So I just wanted to share that with you anyway, you know. Okay, so leading on to that, says he, there's a few contributors here, so I'm going to show a slideshow in a minute here, and I'll just talk about it a little bit briefly, but I'd like to thank the contributors that were part of it. And these people were a big thank you to Ed Gyrey, John McGrath, Noel Cronin, and of course his daughters, Christine, Deirdre and Julie Rock, for lending all of your voices for the slideshow that you're about to see. You've been great and really helpful to me over the last few weeks. And you can imagine it takes a lot of work behind the scenes to do that, as Teresa mentioned a while ago. So, and also for Mike Hackett as well, it was great because he had some older archive photos that Bob actually presented a while back. So, and through Mick Hussey is over here, he managed to kind of source them, and we digitized them, and they're part of the slideshow and part of the exhibition as well. Having said that, just talking about Mick Hussey, I just want to make a special thanks to Mick Hussey because, to be quite honest, he's been my rock through all of this. Like, and I have to say it. When you see the slideshow, he actually gave me the idea to come up with a narration to it. So it's turned from a slideshow into like a mini documentary. That's what it is. It's 16 minutes long. And Mick that was his idea, and he kind of forced me to do that. So we kind of work creatively and things like that. And so he also went out on his own back, and he interviewed all the people off his own time. And he said he helped me sort through the collection. He helped us mount it today. And you've just been a great support, Mick, and a sounding board throughout this whole project. So, Bula Boss. So thank you, Mick. Right. So I'll just lead on again. So I want to say a big thanks to Hayley Fox Roberts, okay, and the staff here at the Cumann Adina, okay. You've been a huge help as well. Hayley got behind the idea here like any other exhibition, and especially this one from the start. And without her, it wouldn't have been possible, really, you know, her work inside it. I also like to thank Mark Falvey from upstairs, the All Blue and Green Network, and also my brother Paul down the back here, who kind of jumped in at last minute to fix a few things. He's like my go-to MacGyver guy. So thank you, Paul. So look, if I've missed anyone, I'm sure I might have. I'm not too sure and all that, so I'm just taking it off my notes here. So I'd say that's about it. That's all I've got to say. So I hope you're going to enjoy the show, the slideshow. I hand you over to Christine Rock. So thanks.
Thanks, Kieran. So I suppose first of all I'd like to welcome everyone and thank you all for coming tonight. I'd like to say a really special thank you to Kieran McCarthy and all the people who made this exhibition possible, because I know there's been a massive amount of work gone into it. So, on to Dad. So, a man who was always seen with his beloved dogs and his camera around his neck, and that amazing smile that he never had off his face. He loved nature, animals, people, and of course, his wife, my mum, Teresa, his wife of 65 years. Dad saw beauty in everything and everyone, and I truly believe that it's because of that he was such a fantastic photographer. He always said how blessed he felt to be able to be part of all the special occasions in people's lives. Communions, debs, weddings and christenings, to name a few. He had two philosophies in life. The glass is half full, and if a man does what he loves, he will never work a day in his life. And it's thanks to the support of this community that Dad got to do that. So I thank you all for making that possible. Thank you.
There you are, of course, that's, as I said there, the official opening there of the Bob Rock photo exhibition there, and Christine there just telling us about her late father there. And of course, Bob, as I said, he was everybody's friend, and again, as I said there, he was everybody's photographer as well. So we're blessed, I suppose, and indeed our grateful thanks to Kieran McCarthy, and of course not alone our thanks to Kieran McCarthy, but indeed, as I suppose, the whole community of Youghal in East Cork and West Waterford there, to have that digitised there and held, I suppose, for all time there. So as I said there, Bulabus to Kieran and indeed Christine Rock there, and indeed the entire Rock family there. Our grateful thanks to them. But again, just to remind you, the exhibition runs, as I said, from last Thursday there, right through until the 19th September there, 12 to 4 p.m. I would advise you to go in and have a look at it. There's some fabulous, absolutely fabulous photographs. Wedding photographs, folks, and indeed there is photographs of Youghal and the surrounding area there. He just had an eye for detail there. Very, very professional photographer indeed.